Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this day. It is Thursday, the warmest day of this week, and possibly even for the next couple weeks. I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment because we're going to have a change coming up as well. From our social service department, you are going to meet Dustin Arbuckle, and he comes to us via Saddleback Medical Center. We're going to get to know him, and he's going to tell us how he is going to work with our department here, and it's great to have him on board. Also, we're going to bring you a segment from Marina Jewelry, and then from the Alzheimer's Family Center, we're going to have Linda Abbott here, and she is their community outreach manager. And then we're going to bring you all the latest Globe headlines. Now, as far as meetings go today, there is only one. In fact, this is the last meeting until, well, Thursday of next week. All right, so the United Architectural Control and Standards meets in the Sycamore Room, and they at 9:30, and so there'll be no meetings tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So the next meeting won't be until Thursday of next week, and according to what I have here, there looks to be only one open meeting all next week. Now that could change, but that's on the list. Now let's get to the weather. And as I said, we got a warmer day today. We're going to be in the night in the 70s throughout Orange County, and here about 74. I'll say 74, 75, 76 or so. You know, I look at different reports and kind of give you the middle ground. Things will start to cool off as we go forward, and we're going to have these partly cloudy skies in the morning, the morning scattered clouds. Really, that's going to continue all the way through Monday. Tomorrow being the first day of winter, things are going to drop as we get to Monday in temperature. Now, coming in on Christmas Day, on Tuesday of next week, there's going to be a storm system that's coming down here that could produce rain for maybe up to 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this will be a cold storm. They're expecting a lot of snow in the mountains. In fact, it could even produce a little snow on Saddleback, which is not unusual. In fact, over the last couple of years, we've had snow levels go down to 1,500 feet. So we'll see if that happens, but there will be a change next week. Let's look around Orange County, and you can see everything. The beaches are going to average around 70 degrees, everything in the mid to upper 70s. Big Bear jumps to 60 degrees today. And by the way, next week when that storm system comes in, their highs are going to be right around 40 degrees at most for those days, maybe even lower than that. So their low today is going to be their high next week. Palm Springs about 79, 80 degrees, so really nice. A little bit of mild offshore breezes today, and there's a picture of Disneyland, of course, and their Christmas decorations. All right, we will be back in just a moment.
The holidays are here. Let Diane's Hallmark help you with all your gift-giving needs, with a wide selection of gifts, as well as Hallmark Christmas cards and ornaments. Diane's Hallmark can help you get into the holiday spirit. We also carry fine women's clothing, jewelry, and accessories. And don't forget that we carry Bibles, Christian books, and gifts as well. Come in today and see it all. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Walmart Shopping Center next to Hobby Lobby.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sales services.
Would you like to save money like we do? I want to introduce you to our granddaughter, Erin Reed, who's a Medicare advisor. Erin, can you save my neighbors and friends money as you have done with Grandpa and me?
Many of the plans I offer have $0 monthly premiums and can help save you money. There are many different options out there when it comes to Medicare coverage, and I represent all of them. But more importantly, I represent you as the individual. Call today for a free plan comparison.
Once I came to alignment, things changed.
Here, they take time with you, and if there's any question, they answers it.
It's a good place to go because those people there care about you.
They are a compassionate group.
It's almost like you're coming to a second home.
Well, I'd like to welcome a newest members to our social service department, Dustin Arbuckle. And Dustin comes to us via Saddleback Medical Center with Memorial Care. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you here today, and welcome to the community.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, and we had mentioned before, we were talking a little bit, this is something that was done years ago, so it's not unusual that you have kind of a partnership with Memorial Care.
Exactly.
Yeah, very nice. So what's your background?
Well, it's kind of a little bit eclectic. You know, kind of growing up, I was very concerned with my place in the world, which sort of brought me to Azusa Pacific University.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and while I was there, I got an opportunity to do some leadership positions serving the homeless in the Tenderloin district of San Francisco. And as I was in that process, I found that, you know, I wanted to do social work.
Okay.
The problem was I didn't know what social work was at the time.
Now, I have to ask, how did you get up to there with Azusa Pacific which is down here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the leadership position, part of the training was to serve the homeless in that Tenderloin district. And so we were out there, we were kind of meeting the homeless, talking with them as equals and praying with them as well.
Okay. Yeah, because so you went up there to live for a while?
Just for about 8 days. So it was this training to be what they called an alpha leader. And so we led an incoming group of freshmen through this beginnings course and helped them integrate into the campus.
And so this led to social work?
Sort of, yes. So I figured, you know, I grew up in a religious household, and what does somebody who's religious do that wants to help people? So it brought me to pursuing seminary. So I went to Vanderbilt Divinity School, and from there it kind of shifted paths a bit.
All right. So and how did you wind up with Memorial Care?
So so while I was at Vanderbilt, I got to do this therapy internship in conjunction with the school, and doing that internship, connecting with boys in state custody, it brought me to see that I wanted to more comprehensively address the health care of all sorts of populations, because I've done a lot of work with diverse populations, from boys in state custody to at-risk youth to homeless, palliative care, and it was actually my fiance's mother who's a social worker, and she's like, this is where you belong. And so she kind of led me to going to USC, pursuing my MSW, and I worked with the homeless again, worked in palliative care, and found that I loved healthcare and that comprehensive delivery.
Wow. So you've moved all over. Now, you said Vanderbilt in Nashville?
Yes, in Nashville.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
Beautiful college.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the architecture, it's just stunning.
It's stunning, yeah. It's actually an arboretum, which is, they have thousands of types of trees on campus.
Yes. And what's interesting is Vanderbilt never visited that college. He
Really?
just gave the money.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he did. You know, the Vanderbilt family.
Yeah.
But yeah, you really hopped around.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And now, when you got to Memorial Care and Saddleback Medical Center, Did you get there knowing you were going to be over here? Was that a position hired to come over here, or
Yes.
you moved over here?
Yes, I sought that out. So,
Okay.
So working with so many different populations, I really found that my niche was older adults.
Yeah.
And you know, they have such a depth to them that I didn't find in other populations. And most people don't know this, but older adults really are the future. You know, by 2050,
Right.
adults older than 65 are going to outnumber adults below 65.
Right.
So kind of much like the Laguna Woods residents have done here, older adults are going to be running the world pretty soon.
Yeah, very interesting.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. So now that you're over here, as I said, it's not unprecedented because we had it before, and many years ago with Victoria Valensky. So you are going to be working hand in hand with her social service department, with Susan, of course, and all the other folks down there. And are you going to be going out doing casework, going out to the community?
Yes, so I'll be in homes. The greatest privilege is that I can also see residents in the hospital as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of the big purpose of the position is to create the highest level of care continuity from the home to the hospital and vice versa.
Okay. Now, will you be over here every day of the week, or like one day over at Memorial Care?
I'll be here every day of the week, in the
Okay.
social services department.
All right.
Yep.
Now, one of the things, of course, that one of the many things that they do here is they really kind of pinpoint the people who need some extra help, and not only, you know, we have a program here which is really great, where people can remain anonymous and go, you know what, I'm noticing my neighbor needs some extra help. They're not asking for it, but it's something that I see, and it sounds like you're a perfect fit for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So we get all sorts of referrals. We get every fall that happens. So every fall that ends up with a resident in Saddleback is transferred to me, so I can see them in the hospital as well as here. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's very
Now, is this a temporary position over here?
No, it's
Nice.
full time. Yep.
Yeah, very good.
I'm really glad they brought it back, and just really want to create this bridge between Laguna Woods and Saddleback Medical Center that is the safest and the most direct for the residents of Laguna
Did you know
Woods.
much about this community, or is this your real first kind of look at it?
My first introduction to the community was actually in high school. I got I got to volunteer at Saddleback, and most of the volunteers there actually are from Laguna Woods. So I got to learn about a lot of that.
So did you go to where'd you go to high school?
Laguna Hills High School.
Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously that
Yeah.
you're familiar. You grew up right around here then.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. All the moving around that you did, I wasn't sure.
I know,
but-
yeah.
Well, I think it's wonderful that you're on board here, and I think it's always been a great partnership that we've had with Saddleback. So it's good that you're here, and I know they were looking for the right partnership, the right person to come in, and what I like is you're going to be here for quite a long time, it seems, and you really, with your background, the extensive knowledge you have, and from even studying in the seminary and all that, just really brings a unique look.
Yeah, kind of different perspective.
Yeah, very good. Welcome aboard, Dustin.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
I know we'll be seeing more of you.
Yes, and send people my way. And I've always got the time for them, no matter how busy I am.
All right.
Love to
very
meet them.
good. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
We'll be right back.
Hello, Laguna Woods. I would like to invite you to watch our new television show called Inspiration for Today. It's on every weekday morning right here on Channel 6 at 7:30 a.m. Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods hopes to start your day with encouraging stories, inspirational music, and lots of laughs, too. Remember, Saddleback Church meets weekly in Clubhouse 5 at 9 and 11. We would love to serve you a free breakfast and have you join with us for worship.
Hi, I'm Wendy Miller, your Laguna Woods real estate professional. Have you been looking for a realtor?
Wendy Miller helped me through the challenging process of real estate here in Laguna Woods. She was helpful, she was fun, she was professional. I really recommend her.
Whether you're thinking of buying, selling, downsizing, or even relocating within Laguna Woods, I am your real estate professional and can help guide you through the entire process. Give me a call and I'll help you make the right move.
Mind and Memory Program at Mission Hospital is an outpatient program specifically designed for patients with a memory disorder who have developed a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, or paranoia. Patients are welcome every day, Monday through Friday, up to 4 days a week. On-site meals and snacks are included, and transportation to and from the program is available. The program focuses on improvement in overall mood, function, and concentration, as well as a decrease in depression or anxiety. Call today to find out if you or your loved one qualifies for the Mind and Memory Program.
Welcome back. Well, Mind and Memory Program is here and Linda Abbott is here to tell us about the program, and it's in conjunction with the Alzheimer's Association, right?
It's actually Alzheimer's Family Center.
Okay.
And it's a collaboration with them and Mission Hospital in Mission Viejo.
Wow, so it's a lot of different people that have come together to provide the program, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the Mind and Memory Program and how it works.
Okay, it's a half-day program for people who are experiencing memory loss, plus also are experiencing a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, paranoia, or PTSD, for example.
Okay, okay.
When people come, they have a chance to socialize with other people who are going through similar experiences, as well as receive group therapy and individualized therapy.
Okay.
And we also include lunch and an enrichment activity, such as karaoke. Dance parties have been known to break out.
Oh my.
Bingo, laughter yoga, something light and fun.
So what are the age groups? Is it by age group, or do you put everybody together, or how does that work?
Everybody is in the early stages of memory loss. And most of our patients are in their 70s or 80s, although we do have some in their 90s and some in their 60s.
Okay, so it all differs. But they're all together. You don't break it out.
No, we do. We have
do.
room for 3 separate groups in the morning and 3 groups in the afternoon, and it's based on how well they're functioning, their cognition level. Even within the early stages, there are different levels of functioning.
Okay, so now if someone wanted to go to the program, but they just really weren't sure if they wanted to do it, you know, they may be embarrassed, you know, what would you recommend?
They call and talk with me.
Oh, good. So they have a direct hotline to Linda.
Yes, hotline. The number is 949-364-4203 and ask for Linda. And I'll have a conversation with them on the phone or their family. And then we meet in person and we do some pre-screening. Our program is also covered by Medicare and most major health insurance plans.
Oh, great.
So we verify that they're covered to make sure that they can benefit from the program and attend, because it's expensive to pay out of pocket these days.
Sure. And what are some of the questions that you might ask?
How they're doing at home, what memory loss they're experiencing, how it's interfering with their daily life, if so. Some of our people are living independently at home, and others are in assisted living, and others are even in boarding cares because physically they might be declined, but they're just at the early stages of memory loss.
Right.
We have a wide range of ages and abilities.
Right. And then, you know, I think people at some point, you know, they say, oh my gosh, I don't have a very good memory. But there's distinctions between just forgetting things and really having memory loss. What are some of those differences?
Well, actually, we have a special memory checkup day once a month. People can come into our office and we give them a test that at the end we explain it, but the questions are designed so that it distinguishes between what is normal aging versus what is a qualified concern where they should see their doctor.
Oh, I see. That sounds very good to do.
Yes.
When did you say that
Anybody
was?
age 50 and older can come in and do that.
And when do you do that?
The first Friday of every month.
Okay.
And you call and make an appointment. It takes about 20 minutes.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, that would be a really good start, don't you think?
It is. It establishes a baseline. And then you
Perfect.
could do it every year because we all check from our eyes and ears down every year. We check our whole bodies, but we don't check our brain.
I think we do forget, don't we?
So to
No
speak.
pun intended.
Yes.
So we have the holidays obviously upon us here, and depression does play a very key part of some people's lives.
Definitely.
So what would you say to that?
As we get older, of course, you experiences loss. And so a lot of people, while everybody else around is being festive, you're feeling very sad inside.
Right.
Some signs of depression could be sleeping more, lack of energy, withdrawing from social activities, and an inability to concentrate or focus.
Okay.
So if anybody does recognize those signs, I suggest that they see their doctor as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. And then what about people who might be having care? So a caregiver might be looking for certain signs or ways to help someone that they're caring for. What would you see?
Well, in general, caregivers are stressed to begin with, and then in the holiday time, there's even more stress and on them, and also their patient or loved one
Right.
might be overwhelmed by a family gathering. So check in with the person on Christmas or New Year's, whenever your family's getting together, whatever day it is. If there's a big gathering, keep checking in with your loved one who has memory loss and saying, how are you doing?
Okay.
Because they might feel overwhelmed and confused, and they might just need to go into another room and visit with a smaller group of people, just 1 or 2 at a time, rather than 25 people all at once.
Oh, well, that's a good point. So if you're in a big group and then maybe someone is withdrawing, would that be a key sign too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're withdrawing.
If you see signs of them feeling restless or just looking around confused or looking upset, make the suggestion, let's go in the other room and just have a visit with one person.
Right. That's a good idea, because I think we kind of get caught up in socialization, but we don't recognize the one individual or two that might be having trouble. So that's a really good tip.
Families hang on to their traditions so intensely, but when somebody is experiencing memory loss, you might need to lower your expectations and be more flexible with your traditions. And also, if people are coming in from out of town who haven't seen your loved one with memory loss in a long time, give them a heads up.
Yes.
Let them know that grandma or grandpa might not remember your name, but they will remember how good you make them feel.
Oh, that's a really good one. That's
all
great, because it is, I would imagine it must be so difficult. And I don't think even myself I've done something like that where I'm like, okay, now remember, this is what you need to remember about how they're acting. So that's a really good tip. Okay, so you've got you've got an event that's coming up in January.
Yes.
And it's called Advanced Care Planning. So what will people learn at the event?
We're very excited. Providence St. Joseph's Health is putting it on. It's on January 30th at our office. And people will learn how important it is to have an advanced care plan. And they could actually fill out an advance directive that evening and get it notarized.
Well, tell us what an advance directive is, because I think we know what a DNR is, but is that the same thing?
A DNR could be part of your plan.
Okay.
An advance directive is a legal document in which you can tell your preferences for medical treatment based on your values and priorities. It's a legal document, and within it you also choose a healthcare representative who can make those critical decisions about your care in the future if you are no longer able to do so.
Okay, and because it is a legal document, it would have to be notarized, is that correct?
There will be a notary there.
Oh,
that
that's
evening.
great.
Yep.
Oh, good, so they can just do it all right there. Okay, that is perfect, that you have everything all in the same thing. So and then you also have hors d'oeuvres and refreshments.
Of course.
Nice,
Absolutely.
okay, sounds good. And this is a workshop that's brought together by a variety of people?
Well, it's through Providence Health.
Okay.
Yes, the Institute for Human Caring.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Now let's go ahead and reiterate. It's Wednesday, January 30th, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yes.
And that is at the Mind and Memory Program located Medical Center Road. And admission is free, and they can call. Now, you want them to call an RSVP, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, and
Space is limited.
Okay, how many people can you fit?
Up to 30.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No.
So 949-364-4203.
Yep.
And they can make the reservation that way.
Yes, I can.
Okay, and then also, is that your number?
That's my number.
Oh, there we go. So if you need to also know about the memory care program, we can have you call 364-4203.
And ask for Linda.
And ask for Linda. Perfect. Thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you. Happy
Nice
holidays.
meeting you too. Happy holidays.
All right. And remember, if you need any help during the holidays with mind and memory care, feel free to call Linda at that number, which is 949-364-4203. We'll be right back.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sales services.
Welcome back. Well, today we have Stacy Padres, who's here to tell us a little bit about finding treasures that you can sell, be it gold or silver, right?
Right.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
So tell me a little bit about, tell me first of all what you do.
So I am an estate and fine jewelry buyer. So I work with people in their homes and help them go through their treasures and hopefully find some great stuff for them.
So what are some of the things that we should be looking for? Is it like estate jewelry or heirlooms, or what are some of the things that we should be looking for?
Well, all fine jewelry has precious metal content. So it could be gold jewelry, platinum jewelry, sterling silver jewelry. Of course, diamonds have value, and then even sterling silver flatware sets.
Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we have. So gold and silver content, so sterling flatware, gold jewelry, and then class rings too, right?
Exactly. Even dental gold has gold value to it. Yes.
We wouldn't want anybody to take out their dental gold.
Exactly. Well, be sure to ask for it back, though. You paid a lot for it going in, so you should definitely ask for your crowns back if your dentist is replacing them with porcelain crowns.
Oh, interesting. Do people normally not do that?
You know, a lot of dentists offer that to their patients. They offer it back to them.
Okay, well, that would be a good thing. What about some watches?
So all of the antique watches that are either gold or platinum definitely have value. And of course your designer watches like Rolex and Cartier and AP definitely have value to them in today's market. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, how do we know how much gold is in the jewelry that we have?
That's a great question, because generally in the States we see 10 karat, 14 karat, and 18 karat gold. Those are the most common pieces of jewelry that we buy. But overseas, oftentimes you find pieces that are made in 22 karat gold or even 24 karat gold. So just to give you an idea, 14 karat gold is 58.5% gold content. So it's about half gold content.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then 18 karat gold would be 75% gold content, and then going down to 10 karat gold where it is 41.7% gold content.
And then obviously when you weigh it, that's how much money you get back? Is that how that works?
Exactly. We look at the spot price for the day, and you can find that on Kitco, which is it's an app you can put on your phone, or you can even look them up on your computer.
Okay.
And they have the day's spot price for all precious metals, and so it basically becomes a math equation based on the content of gold that you have in your piece and the weight of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how will I know how much gold is in my piece of jewelry?
Well, there's often stamps on jewelry, but they're really, really tiny. But if you take a magnifying glass, or we use a jeweler's loupe, and you can oftentimes see on the clasp is generally where they stamp the piece.
Okay.
And you will either see a 14 karat or a 10 karat or an 18 karat, but you oftentimes may see numbers. And especially in Europe, they mark their pieces with the gold content rather than the carat weight. So For 14 karat gold, you may find a stamp that says 585. And that stands for 58.5% pure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Now, what about silver?
And silver, oftentimes silver jewelry, you know, we all have bought sterling silver jewelry, and that is 92.5% silver content. So you'll find that mark on your sterling jewelry. Oftentimes you'll see that 925 mark.
Okay.
And then in sterling flatware, again, 92.5% silver. And if you have silver coins, some silver coins come pure, 99.99 silver content. But an interesting fact is American currency prior to 1964 was actually made of silver. It's 90% silver content and then 10% alloy metals. And when the mint made the announcement that the silver value exceeded the numismatic value of a coin and they were no longer going to produce currency using silver, a lot of people got smart and they started rolling their coins and stashing them away. And so they have real value in today's market. They're 90% silver content.
Wow. Now, what about if somebody had something that was gold or silver plated? How does that differ?
Now, silver plating and gold plating, it's really tough to refine those metals. It's almost kind of like scraping paint, you know, off your walls. So there really isn't any value in the plated pieces. And that's kind of a trick a lot of designers are doing now with precious metal prices being so high. A lot of them are marketing, you know, gold plated or silver plated items as 14 karat gold overlay or sterling silver overlay. And that's just kind of a fancy word for saying that it's, you know, silver plated or gold plated.
So that really doesn't have too much value?
It really doesn't have any resale value.
Okay. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So I know you have a slide here about the kit code that you were talking about earlier. So tell me how to read this. How do we read that?
Okay, so it pops up in live time. So it moves with the market. So if you're watching it, you may see it even move throughout the day.
Okay.
And it lists the gold price, the silver price, the platinum price, and then it goes on to other precious metals such as palladium and rhodium.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great app. Okay, good. Now let's look. I know you were talking a little bit about gold and silver prices before 1964. However, now what are we looking at? I mean, it certainly fluctuates quite a bit.
You know what, it does. And after, you know, the housing crash in 2008, we saw some crazy, crazy prices in the gold and silver market, and they have certainly corrected since then. But, you know, if you look at a 10-year chart and you invested in gold 10 years ago, you're still doing very, very well. And if you look back to our chart, you know, at 1970, when gold was trading at $30 an ounce, you know, if you bought gold in 1970, you're sitting very pretty now because we're trading at just about $1,200 an ounce right now.
Right. Seems to be stable quite a bit.
You know, it has. In the last 5 years, you know, it's been anywhere from $1,050 to just under $1,400 an ounce. So we're just kind of right in the middle there, and it has been pretty steady.
So if someone finds jewelry that we mentioned earlier, what are some of the things that they can do with it?
So there's lots you can do with your old jewelry. You can trade it in for cash. I mean, the majority of our customers trade it in to get the cash value.
Okay.
But you can also redesign your piece. So you can take a piece that maybe, you know, styles change over the years that you're not wearing anymore and turn it into, you know, a beautiful piece that you'll wear and enjoy. Or you can also trade it in toward a new piece of jewelry. You know, maybe you want that beautiful Rolex watch and you can, you know, gather up some of your old pieces and trade that in toward a new piece of jewelry. Or you can trade it in for gold or silver bullion, which is a great option for a lot of people that want to stay vested in the precious metal market.
Right.
But fine jewelry is not investment grade gold or silver.
Right.
So they can trade in their jewelry and trade that in for gold or silver coins and stay vested in the market.
All right, so if anybody did have any questions about buying gold or silver bullion, you would be able to help them with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're a full service fine jewelry company. So we buy, sell, trade, and make custom design pieces as well.
Well, perfect. Well, I know I'm going to go home and look at some of my treasures to see what I have. So thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks
Great
for having me.
You're welcome. So So don't forget to go look in your jewelry boxes or drawers to see if you can find some great stuff. We'll be right back after this.
Over the past 20 years, BreastLink has successfully treated thousands of women across Southern California. Our doctors like Dr. Lisa Curcio have helped women overcome numerous health challenges. With her experience, compassion, and the high quality of care she gives to every patient, Dr. Curcio is also a breast cancer survivor. She offers patients the newest and most effective surgical treatment options. Doctors like Dr. Curcio are the reason BreastLink delivers the care you deserve with the quality you expect. Whether you need us now or later, we're always here.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Welcome back. We have Jennifer Carmarker here, and she's going to give us the Globe headlines, and we've got our little Christmas Santa hats on, because you are going to give us the inside scoop after you tell us a little bit about some holiday stuff.
Yeah, we'll start off with the fun stuff. Laguna Woods Village residents and their guests were treated to a cornucopia of holiday entertainment on Sunday as the Old Pros Theater Troupe presented its annual multicultural, multi-faith celebration, 'Tis the Season, at the Performing Arts Center. Backed by the Woods Combo, the sparkling performances by a cast of 30 included songs, readings, poetry, dramatizations, and a festival of lights highlighting holiday traditions from Japan, Scotland, India, and Scandinavia, as well as celebrations of Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa.
So cute. You know, I see those ladies often because they come here for Trading Post, and I just love it. Look at how energized they are, and they all get into the characters.
They
Super
are.
cute.
Super cute. So enjoy the photos this week. We do have some big news for those of you who haven't heard. Word came out on Tuesday that the Laguna Hills Mall will close on December 31st as the developer continues to shape plans for the 5 Lagunas shopping center that will replace it. Now, tenants, this is just the inside of the mall. Tenants facing outside the mall and surrounding it will remain open, including Nordstrom Rack, King's Fish House, BJ's, California Pizza Kitchen, In-N-Out Burger, Ruby's Diner, Subway, and Firestone Complete Auto Care. Those are all remaining. But Total Woman Gym and Spa will also close on December 31st.
Oh, no. And then what are they going to do with the rack?
Nordstrom Rack?
Yeah, that will stay,
It's
right?
going to stay.
Oh, okay,
It's going to stay.
Phew,
And as far as the gym, to make up for any inconvenience, the gym told members in a notice posted outside the building, your January 2019 monthly membership dues are on us.
Oh, that's great.
So,
okay.
So a little bit of history. In 2014, the developer, which also owns several supermarket-anchored shopping centers throughout Southern California, took over the Sears lease. The retailer closed that same year. Now we know that Macy's closed in early 2018, followed by JCPenney this October.
Right.
So plans, they're saying plans for redevelopment of the new 5 Lagunas will be shared in early 2019.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I did hear that possibly the rack may be going into the Macy's. Was that?
Oh, I didn't.
I don't know. We don't know for sure, but I had heard something
that wasn't
like that.
included.
That
in
would
their,
be a great
in their
idea.
press release.
Okay.
In other news, Laguna Woods Village 3rd Mutual Board on Tuesday passed a resolution that would soften regulations with its caregiver provider policy. Amendments included removing requirements for caregivers to obtain a physician's certification or fill out a private caregiver application, allowing exemptions for home care agencies, and limiting board review for all applications to a few exceptions. Originally, the board implemented changes to the policy in January 2017. These changes, such as costs of fingerprinting, background checks, and the necessity to obtain a physician's certification when non-medical service was needed, proved to be too difficult for a significant number of residents seeking a caregiver. As of July, fewer than 125 care providers were registered, according to a staff report. Private caregivers will be issued a picture ID card with an expiration date to be worn at all times within the village, and may also be issued a gate pass and an overnight parking pass if needed. The resolution was approved upon first reading, and of course now must satisfy the 30-day notification requirement.
Okay. All right.
United met on Tuesday. I'm sorry, no, this was their landscape meeting. Sorry, that was third. United Mutual's 100-day trial concluded this month. The Mutual's Landscape Committee unanimously approved a recommendation that would ban glyphosate-based herbicides, I hope I said that right, siding with the switch to organic alternatives during their meeting that was held Thursday, December 13th. The item will appear at the next regular board meeting and then be put on a 30-day notice before facing a vote in February. Nice. The results showed that with 3 or 4 applications, the alternatives worked very well as an alternative for Roundup, according to a staff report. Organic herbicides would cost $1,500 to $1,600 per day, which is triple the cost of Roundup, which was about $500. In addition to banning glyphosate-based products, an improved supplemental appropriation of $405,000 will be part of the recommendation to the board. Starting in 2020, assessments would increase by about $5 per manor per month, or as Director Blackwell put it, a cup of coffee a month. However, Director Armendariz projected monthly costs at just $3 per manor per month due to an oversight in staff calculations. Now, he says the daily cost was multiplied by 360 days rather than considering the 5-day work week at just 261 days in the year. Okay. His numbers were turned over to VMS Finance Director Betty Parker for consideration. And again, the item will appear at the next regular board meeting and then be put to a 30-day notice before facing a final vote in February.
Yeah, real concern, but I'm glad that they're addressing it. So it's good. Yeah. I think the residents are pleased.
I think so.
Yeah. Good.
And of course, we have letters this week. We are getting, I'm happy to report we're getting more letters these days, so keep them coming. This week's letter topics include elimination of the GRS guest fees at the pools and fitness centers. And then we also got 2 letters of appreciation for landscape crew.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'm going to read part of one of them. P. Moore writes, I would like to share my appreciation for super landscape foreman Alfredo Castro. Alfredo lights up the day with a big hello or wave when he is working in the area. He oversees the perfect management of my yard and surrounding area. Alfredo always remembers the little things like keeping the hill plants from growing into the roses and providing new plants when necessary. His staff works efficiently, and he many times is working right next to them as well as supervising. So kudos to Alfredo Castro and his crew.
And the landscape crew, excellent. You know, it's a lot of work to keep this place up. So
it is. It's a big
awesome.
place.
Well, thank you for our final Laguna Woods Globe highlights for the year.
That's
so
right.
we won't see you until next year.
That's right. We'll have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays
and
to all.
right back to you.
Thank you.
Happy 2019.
Yay.
Crazy, huh? All right. If you want to get your globe, you can go ahead and go downstairs to the first floor of the Community Services Building. This is going to be our last Globe report, but you can still get your globe next week. We'll be right back after this. Hopefully.
Hello, Laguna Woods. I would like to invite you to watch our new television show called Inspiration for Today. It's on every weekday morning right here on Channel 6 at 7:30 a.m. Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods hopes to start your day with encouraging stories, inspirational music, and lots of laughs, too. Remember, Saddleback Church meets weekly in Clubhouse 5 at 9 and 11. We would love to serve you a free breakfast and have you join with us for worship.
Welcome back. Well, you can see in front of me, we have a special item that's from Leslie at Adapt to It. You know, she always has some great items, and I'm so glad you brought this in because we were talking earlier and how much it can help someone. So tell me what you've got with us.
Okay, so this is called the Iceman. And what it is, if you've had surgery or an injury, it's a way to have continuous ice.
Right.
Because some of the problem with ice is that You have the ice pack, you put it in the freezer, you use it, and then it gets warm, and then you're out of your ice because it's cooling down again. So it takes, depending on your freezer, about 2 hours.
Right.
And so you don't have the benefit of having any cooling going on. And everybody knows with cooling or after surgery or an injury, you have inflammation. And swelling. And so with ice, what it does, it takes it down. It helps repair things.
Okay.
So what this is, it is a system for getting continuous cool. And this is a cooler, exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
It has a little motor inside of it right here.
Oh, okay.
And then it plugs in the wall, and it has, so you just plug it in here, plug this in the top, and then plug it in the wall.
Right.
Plug this part into the pad.
Right.
And then fill this up with ice and water.
Uh-huh. Now, is it more ice? Like, do you put a lot more ice than water because it melts, or does it really not melt fast?
Well, if you have ice and water, it doesn't melt that fast.
Okay.
And technically, well, I don't know. If you do, if you add a little bit of salt to the water, it'll melt even slower.
Oh, that's good to know.
But I don't know about the motor and that.
Oh,
so
okay.
we would have to check that out.
Okay.
And then, so what you do, and this one is really nice because it has some holders for the tubing.
Okay.
Because sometimes that kind of gets unwieldy. So what you do is you just hook this together and push it in. And hook it together the right way. And then it, there you like that.
Perfect. Okay.
And then you
put this on.
There are all sorts, this is an extra large back.
Oh, okay.
So it would wrap around your back, around your shoulders. You really can, this is a universal one, so you could trim it, you could make it smaller. It's very adaptable. It has Velcro. Here.
And where does the actual water go through this part?
There's a pad here,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And so this whole thing gets very, very cold.
Okay.
And you can wrap it around and attach it with the Velcro.
Right.
And then so it stays on, and then you have the continual cold.
Right. Because it's flowing through these little tubes here.
Right.
Okay.
And then
that's
it has the reason why there are two, it has an inflow and an outflow. So. This only melts, it doesn't decrease.
Right, okay. So then you would lay on this for how long?
You could do, people have done 24/7 with it depending on your injury and what your doctor says.
Right.
The only thing is you wouldn't want to put this directly on your skin. Because the cold, you want to protect your skin from too much cold.
Okay.
Typically with the professional cold packs that we have, we say about 20 minutes on and 2 hours off.
Okay.
But right after surgery, people have used this continually for 24/7.
Right. Well, as I was mentioning to you before, I had an injury in another state, and I had nothing. I didn't go to the doctor. I had to have help, and so my brother had one of these, and I put it on my lower back, and I have to say, it prevented me from needing anything else. I mean, it was really great, and it was a lifesaver. So I'm so glad you have these. That's great. And how does somebody inquire about them?
They can call us at the store at the 949-457-1600.
Okay.
Or the 873-5905.
Okay.
That's our Costa Mesa office. And we do rent them. You purchase the pad because it goes on your body.
Right.
And then you can rent the cooler part of it.
Okay.
So, or you can just purchase the whole thing and have it and then the pads are for each part of your body.
I was just going to ask. So this one is for your back or a leg?
Right.
Okay. And
so
what else do
something you would want to wrap up. Then we have shoulder, we have ankle, we have a knee one, which is also kind of rectangle in shape. So that's kind of a universal one.
Okay.
There's a wrist one, and there's, I don't know if I mentioned shoulder, but there's a shoulder.
Right, there's a shoulder.
And shoulder's really common. That the shoulder and the knee are the two that we use this for most.
For the most, okay. Yeah, I mean, I ended up having to use the shoulder one. So even though it wasn't specific to my back, it still worked because I was getting the ice on there.
Exactly.
So. All right, excellent. And then different sizes of these, or is this like a one size?
It's pretty much one size.
Okay.
The difference becomes in the model. This is an Iceman, and it's probably the most well-known.
Okay.
But there's also one that's clear. So you can see the level of the water. You don't have to stop and, you know, undo it and peek in. You can just watch where the water is.
That's a good idea.
And
Because I never really knew. So, you know, he's like, oh, do I need to? I think it was getting kind of not cold.
Right.
You know, after a period of time when
You
you're
would
laying
know.
there, you would kind of know. Okay, great. Anything else exciting going on?
Well, we're looking into probably the end of the year having a health fair.
Oh, good.
And we'll have some exciting vendors and more to come on that.
Well, great. Well, you'll come on again and we'll talk about the health fair.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing this in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Okay, and don't forget, if you guys need an ice pack or you need an ice man, make sure you go to Adapt to It. We'll see you later, right after this.
Mama used to.
Are you looking for a better way to manage your medication? MedBox by AmeriPharma has redefined the pharmacy experience. No more pill organizers and vials. When we fill your prescriptions, you get all your medications conveniently packaged by the dose and delivered to your door at no additional cost. This means no change in insurance, copays, or out-of-pocket expenses. Call our specialists today and discover the new way of pharmacy. MedBox by AmeriPharma.
And our movie coming up this Friday is called Same Kind of Different as Me. This stars Greg Kinnear, Renee Zellweger, and Damon Hansu. And this tells sort of a biographical tale of an art dealer who must befriend a dangerous homeless man in order to save his struggling marriage to his wife, a woman whose dreams will lead all three of them on the journey of their lives. Now, as I said, this is somewhat biographical, and at the end, I think they show a photo of the actual person this is about. Of course, the dream sequences and all that are obviously not, but kind of a good movie, inspiring drama, and great cast in this, and we bring that to you on Friday at the usual times, 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Then, on Monday, a movie that I really did enjoy, Disney's Christopher Robin, and this is a live action and CGI movie that tells the story of Christopher Robin and how he ventures back into the 100-acre woods now that he is a grown adult, and his work is really taking him away from being a father and a good husband. And it's sort of how he reconnects to his childhood. He plays, Ewan McGregor, he plays a character that in a high-pressure world of a luggage business in London. I think this takes place about right around the 1930s, 1940s, and he sort of finds his way back and again meets Winnie the Pooh and all the characters of the 100-acre wood. Very good movie, very well acted, and the animation is great. This will be on Monday, and that will be at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. I do want to remind you, too, that on Christmas Day, we're bringing you 3 movies for you to enjoy, a couple of Christmas movies that we're going to bring you, and really just kind of fun. They're the Hallmark Channel movies, a couple of those that we have. And then also on New Year's Day, we're going to show Coco. So that was an excellent movie. So good movies coming up. Monday the 31st, by the way, will be Doris Day, A Sentimental Journey, a documentary that I think you'll enjoy as well. Now, a couple events that are, oh, I forgot the other movie, and that is The Meg. And The Meg is, that is coming up on the 28th. And this just looks like a fun movie. It's sort of in the vein of Jaws and a few other of those kind of movies. And in this one, they are in, after escaping an attack by what this person claims to be a 70-foot shark, Jonas Taylor must confront his fears to save those trapped in a sunken submersible. So, you know, pretty good movie. I've seen bits of it, and it just looks like it's an action horror sci-fi movie, so that should kind of tell you all. All right, so that'll be on the 28th, by the way. Now, a couple New Year's events that are coming up in the community, and I would call on these as soon as possible because most of the time these sell out. The first one is Rockin' New Year's Eve over at Clubhouse 5. It begins at 6:30. They're going to be having a dinner there, formal attire, and I can't say formal attire, dance, with a sit-down dinner, choice of either a prime rib, salmon, or a vegetarian meal. No host bar nor hors d'oeuvres starting at 6:30. They'll have music. It's a Motown tribute band. They'll have a ball drop at 9 o'clock and at midnight, and complimentary champagne will be served. Tickets go on sale, or they went on sale just a few days ago at Clubhouse 5. So really, these things sell out very quickly. $74 per person, limit of 4 tickets per manor. So if you're interested in this, get over to Clubhouse 5, or you can call 597-4382 for more information, or you may email recreation@vmsinc.org. Then the other event will be James Darren, and he's going to be singing over at the Performing Arts Center. And this will be a couple performances. They have a 3 p.m. performance, and that's $20 to $25. And then a 7 p.m. show, that will be $30 to $40, depending on the seats, of course. And the evening show will include appetizers and champagne before the show. And then, if you want, on top of the evening show, if you'd like to spend an extra $20, there will be VIP access, which will include an open bar and a meet and greet with James Darren. So that all happens on December 31st. So again, that's something else, especially if you want to do the VIP access, that's very limited. And if you want to do that, you really need to, well, get on the ball, right? The big ball drop jumping down for New Year's. Kind of tied it in there. All right, beautiful weather today. Parts of Orange County are probably a little more inland is going to see 80 degrees or more. We're going to be in the mid-70s pretty much all over Orange County today. For here, right about 74, 75. Then things are going to start to change, particularly as we get to Monday of next week. On Christmas Eve, it'll start to be cooler weather. And then, as I said, right now, it looks like we'll get some rain coming in on Christmas. And then Wednesday and Thursday of next week, they're looking at a very cold storm coming through here where possible snow levels could drop, maybe even get a dusting on Saddleback that we'll be able to see. So that'll be a cold storm, not until next week, but keep that in mind if just in case you're traveling anywhere. And overall, though, some really nice weather today and really coming up all the way till Sunday and Monday. Around Orange County today, everything's going to be pretty much in the mid to upper 70s. The beaches are going to be about 70 degrees. And Palm Springs 79, Big Bear 60. And as I mentioned earlier, next week you see Big Bear's low at 31. That's going to be closer to their high.